The Dershow.
I'm at a point in my life where I'm ready to make a decision I never thought I'd ever have to make, and that is abandoning the Democratic Party. Like Ronald Reagan said, I didn't leave the Democratic Party left me. When AOC, that despicable anarchist who has done so much harm to her own constituents, when she says that what Israel is doing is genocide, that's Hitler talk. That's talk that doesn't allow me to support a party that supports her. And we haven't heard President Biden condemn her. Everybody should condemn her. AOC saying that Israel committed genocide. There are genocides that have gone on in the world. In Sudan, there is certainly a mini genocide going on right now. We haven't heard AOC say a word about any of that. But she calls it a genocide. Fewer civilians in relation to combatants have been killed in this war than in any war in modern history. Israel has done a far better job in protecting civilian lives than the United States, Great Britain, Canada, and other countries have done. And for AOC, with the blessing of other Democrats in the squad, to call what Israel is doing a genocide is a blood libel. It's disgraceful, and it's unbecoming of the Democratic Party. And the Democratic Party is going to become a party of the past if it doesn't understand that what it's doing is undercutting American values, undercutting democratic values, undercutting the values that many of us who were Democrats for years believed the Democratic Party stood for. And the question is, does it still stand for those values? And my question is, I don't know the answer to that. I don't know anymore. I don't know what the Democratic Party stands for. Is the Democratic Party AOC's party? Is the Democratic Party the party, a former party of Senator Joe Lieberman? Is the Democratic Party Biden's party? And if so, who is Biden today? Is Biden Obama today? Or is Biden Bill Clinton today? I enthusiastically supported Bill Clinton. Hillary Clinton has said some very positive things about Israel. And Joe Biden did in the beginning, but he's abandoned Israel at this point and allowing Hamas to have a victory. Bad for America, bad for Israel, bad for all people who believe in democratic values. And so I think a lot of people in America are going through an assessment. Many Democrats, people who voted for Democrats, are now saying, I can't vote for Kamala Harris, I can't vote for Joe Biden, but they're also saying I can't vote for Donald Trump. They're looking for a third alternative, and there may be some third alternatives. Bobby Kennedy has been very strongly supportive of Israel, and we don't know who the candidate for no labels will be, but that's a potential as well. We have a system in America where we don't vote for president, popular voting. We vote through the states, and key states like Michigan and Nevada and Arizona, and maybe to a lesser degree Florida, because it's turned more Republican. But there are other states. The electoral map is very close at this point, and any one state can make the difference. Look, I lived in Florida, was involved in Bush versus Gore when, 587 votes determined who the president of the United States would be, because it was only Florida that made the difference. If Florida went Democrat, Gore would have won. Florida went Republican, Bush won. We don't know who's going to make the difference. It will not be Michigan. It will not be the Muslims and the Arabs of Michigan. They will not determine the outcome of this election. Why? Because we won't let that happen. I think the Biden administration, those who calculate the costs and benefits of alienating particular groups, are making a dreadful mistake when they think that they can shift over to pro-Hamas, pro-Arab, pro-Muslim, anti-Israel attitudes cost-free. That all it will do is give them more votes among those groups and young radicals. No, you can't do that. There are no free lunches when it comes to this election. In this coming election, it's a zero-sum game. You have to pick sides. And Biden was elected on the promise that he would pick the side of the only democracy in the Middle East the only country that supports gay rights, the only country that supports women's rights, the only country that has free elections, maybe too many of them, what was it, 5 in about 7 or 8 years, the only country that has a free press. If America abandons that for Hamas, a group that kills gays, a group that kills transgenders, a group that subjects women to honor killing, if that happens, the Democratic Party is in the wastebasket of history. The one thing I don't want to see is Israel become a partisan issue. That's the way it is in Spain. When the conservatives win in Spain, the government supports Israel. When the radical socialists win in Spain, it supports Hamas. I hope that doesn't happen in the United States, because the American people support Israel. The American people support democracy. The American people support gay rights. The American people support equality for women, all of which Israel is proud of.